Alright, sweethearts, what are you waiting for? Breakfast in bed? Glorious day in the Corps. Day in the Marine Corps is like a day on the farm. Every meal's a banquet. Every paycheck a fortune. Every formation a parade. I love the Corps.
One minute, gone the next. There's no heart beating inside your chest. It's vanished into thin air, never to be seen again.
Everything you got! Come on, you hey! You want to live forever?
Never to be seen again. Never to be seen again.
Well, boys, you heard her. This is the real thing.
How should I sign this?
I don't want you to sign it, man. All you gotta draw is plenty more for to sign it.
You're just a trace.
No, Damien Knox. He's the head of Dark Star Comics. He wants to see my portfolio again. I am a little bit nervous.
What's wrong with you? You only draw anime-style characters! You can just draw anime art for the rest of your life for all I care!
Suit up. I'm bringing the party to you.
All right, first assembly's at 15 people. Shag it.
If you have an idea that you genuinely think is good, don't let some idiot talk you out of it.
We forgot the biggest rule for anything, whether it's drawing, penciling, we forgot it. Wally Wood's famous rule, if in doubt, black it out. There it is.
Of course, photocopies are cheaper and quicker, but photocopying is like sailing a motorboat into an ocean of comic books. Ours is a great destiny, so we choose the luxury liner of the fan comic world. We choose quality printing. So come on, let's go to the printer.
For some guys, working smaller is better than working bigger.
Your deadlines suck too, don't they?
No way, they're better than yours.
So don't let idiots talk you out of something that you think is good. Just do your thing, do it as well as you, that's the important thing. Don't shirk. Whatever you do, give it your best shot. You'll be glad you did.
be over. I could sell 20 copies if I had more time, but I've gotta sell at least 10!
Here's the bear! Here's the entertainment!
And you thought we weren't gonna have any fun in the apocalypse. Shame on you.
I guess I just take girls that aren't me.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Happy Friday to another live art stream Friday. Okay, let's do this. First thing we got to do, besides turn off this little banner thing, is get our drink. We're going to have a celebrational toast. I'm drinking something weird. I'm not sure what this is. It is special water that's got electrolytes or something in it. So, this is what we're drinking tonight. Or, yeah, tonight, I guess. So, happy Friday, everybody. Cheers. Mostly just tastes like water, to be honest. Okay. All right. I got my charged water. Let's see what we've got going on here today. We are drawing Cera from Damage Inc. We got a Damage Inc. campaign coming up from James Burton. I believe he is launching on the 29th, or I think it's on the 29th, but we'll keep you updated on that one. So we're going to be focusing on Damage Inc., drawing his character Cera, who is the short-haired purple bounty hunter, goes out, hunts the monsters, and she's got some superpowers as well. So, should be a lot of fun. You don't have to draw her. You can draw whatever you like, but whatever you do draw along with us, and send it my way, and we will show it off here. Yes, we'll show it off here. So let me get some music going on here, and then we'll get started. So what do we want to listen to? Probably a commercial, if I know my... Oh, all right, here we go. Looks like we've got some more people coming up on in here in the chat. We got Keith Carmona. Hey, it's Friday. That's right, Keith. It is Friday. We do have James over here, too, who said hell yeah earlier. And this is James Burton's character. We also have... Who we got here? Rufus Hammonds. What's up, Jason? What's going on, Rufus? Good to have you in the chat. So you guys, I hope you're all drawing. Y'all gonna draw with me? All right, let's first I gotta change my camera angle here to a... Yeah, baby. So we got our paper. We're all set now. I will try and keep a look on what's going on in the chat. I'm all by myself today, guys. It's like old times. It's like when I started the channel. So let's go ahead and get started, but I'd love to see what you guys come up with. All right. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to stand up here, get a better angle on this paper. Listening to something called 80s Drive Synthwave. It's a little bit too chill for me. I'm hoping it gets a little better. Chill, I'm gonna have to change this. Chill, I don't want to chill. I want to draw. I need high energy music to draw. Right? All right, here's some copyright, non-copyright. Let's try this. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna start off without this commercial. Here we go. There we go. What do you think? I think we got this. Sounds good. Yeah, we can do this. All right. So first of all, we got to figure out what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna do something a little bit different, I think. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Let's look. Let's rock it, guys.
Beating hearts, falling apart, staying up to forget. Baby, we'll fall. We all go dancing down. And paradise is fine. We're shaking up the ground. 'Cause there ain't no stopping now. So there ain't no stopping now. There ain't no stopping We could be flying free, leave our worries below. Safe and sound, no one around, say the word and we'll go. Baby, we'll fall. We all go dancing down. And paradise is fine. We're shaking the ground. 'Cause there ain't no
Hold on. We got somebody else in here.
Oh, I made it.
James! Creator of Damage Inc. himself coming in.
Oh, yeah, I just broke about 6 laws in the last 2 blocks by my house to get here.
Oh, let me turn off this music here. All right, go ahead.
I was vibing at it.
Let's see, you're up on top there.
So you are kind enough to be allowing Cera to grace your presence today.
Oh, of course. I just didn't know if you wanted to wait till you had more a campaign, the launch. You said the launch is not till
I'm still locked on approval because it took me forever to make my page, and just I did the best I could, and I just had trouble. Best way for me to put it.
No problem. All right, Keith Carmona says, don't forget to back Scattered's latest campaigns happening now. Night Owl, link being dropped in the chat. Thank you, Keith, for doing that. We should have in the descriptions as well some links, but this is definitely helpful. It's over there on YouTube. Dr. Dream number 5.
Dude, Dr. Dream looks fantastic. I gotta say, I'm kind of jealous how awesome these last issues that Keith has gotten together look. I am jealous.
Yeah, he's making it happen over there for sure. He's got a lot of cool covers, and a lot of the story looks pretty awesome too. It's funny. I worked on it. I didn't get a chance to actually read it yet, but I got to see it in the making, and it's pretty epic. Mark
it is
a really great job on the
It
art.
is, dude. It's just with me, it's always about how sick it looks. If it doesn't catch my attention, I have to work mighty hard with the writing. And honestly, just each book that Keith has put out, he's climbed the ladder up each single time. And just the latest book, man, just looks hella professional and fantastic from every direction.
Keith says, "Thank you, James Burton."
Well, no, thank Keith, man. He's the one who worked his ass off on it.
All right, thank you, Keith. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and, well, I don't know. Do you want to talk about your comic, or, I mean, you're the.
Well, I was going to try to draw along with you, man.
All right. And I'm trying to do like an action pose with her.
An action pose.
And have her wielding some powers.
It's always funny to me how I guess I never, like, in the books when Cera talks about her powers, I guess she doesn't talk about it enough because it's hilarious. Every reviewer has a slightly different take on what her powers are. Eli thinks she's a witch and stuff like that.
I thought she was she's like Psylocke.
Yeah, she's an empath that weaponized her ability to absorb people's feelings. Which, if those people who have met the person that those things are based on, it makes sense.
Ooh.
And then she stores all that power inside her. And some people, like, see here, is it Reyna on the Shadowhunters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of the characters that unlocked it and then used her as like a weapon all by itself. Like, they bonded, and in the Shadowhunter Damage crossover, they like bonded and then like mopped the floor with everybody. It was kind of fun.
Daryl's in the chat. What's up, Daryl, over there on Facebook? He says, "Yo, what's the haps? What is going on, brother? Are you drawing today?" I hope so. We're going to be drawing Cera here from James Burton Damage Inc.
That's the idea.
Having a lot of fun doing it.
Oops. That's what happens when you run as fast as you can to get here.
Let's see. So we've got an image. I think Eli drew this one.
Yep.
Cera.
Back during that crossover.
I was looking for a full body image of her to put on.
Would you like to see some of the new art with her?
Sure, but I was just going to explain why I couldn't find one of your images of her. The ones I went all over your Facebook, and all the images of her are all like she's hiding her head and.
Yep.
That's how. So I was like, I need one that shows like, her whole outfit and everything. So
those were rare.
I thought this was a good one.
Yeah, she's definitely always hiding her face and crap like that. Let's see here. I don't want to share that screen. What do I want to share? Let me open the file. Let's check it out. So, I have so many like one-shot frames from trying to get the Kickstarter page ready. I put way too much work into this. I've got to simplify it. I swear.
Daryl, sorry to hear that, brother. He says that he's not drawing today. He's in a creative slump right now.
Oh, that's the best time to draw.
So
Hit it up and don't give a crap about what you're doing and just let it out.
does she wear any earrings?
Nope.
Babe,
Yes.
I gotta go. But can you? We need more towels, okay, please?
Okay.
All right. So empath powers.
Alrighty, dude. I got a shared screen up for you that shows an image of her.
All right. There you go.
Pretty much, she in the book, she wears a sweatsuit where she's got her patch on the back.
I always have her. Yeah. So, and she wears a hoodie, right?
Yep.
That's what I got her in today. Very cool.
Oops, that's the Goblin Queen. So Sarah's
keep your share screen up for your drawing.
Sure. I'll just flick around and kind of talk about some of the other design elements of it.
Okay, yeah.
Like Sarah's character is a character who is victimized as a young person, so she like her outfit and stuff is based on a lot of kids who go through that. You know, they dress in a way that basically doesn't let anybody sexualize their appearance. And in Sarah's case, that's why like she's always got all the loose clothing on and stuff like that, because that's just something that she keeps away from everybody. It's just how she looks at things. There's other characters in the comics that don't look like that, like the Goblin Queen, who is going to be basically manipulating Cera in this next issue and bringing her little army of minions all over the place to mess them up. But the story itself has got a lot of elements about why Cera is like that, why Cera is always arguing with the other characters. Like this is Angry Brain, her brother, and there's the whole pages of her basically arguing with him as they're discussing why they are where they are and things like that. She's not opposed to violence, but she's kind of scarred by it and doesn't see why everybody embraces it so much and damage. So she has a different point of view.
And this group that she hangs out with is like as violent as they get as they come.
Yeah, that's kind of a big part of it. Like most of her motivation for being around them is to try to protect them from themselves.
Ah.
But with her, that's just something that ends up happening. Any person of conviction will eventually become a person of violence if pushed far enough. Like, for example, these pages right here as they're walking through the graveyard, she starts to hallucinate things like this Victoria Burton, all that stuff right there. That's actually about our mom because she sucked. Best way to phrase it.
It's a little bit better. Your screen is real small. There we go.
I will switch images.
Yeah, those
like
are better ones.
So, like, even here, she starts hallucinating things about it's reminding her of how crappy her life was as a kid. Victoria Burton is our mother. It says unloving mother, lost soul, and unmissed wife. And that's pretty much the definition of it. And her ability to absorb and manipulate emotions is kind of like the corner of the character. And when she lets it out, she can remove people's motivation. She can make it so that people don't even want to move or even act at all, take everything that means anything to them away. But she has to store it inside of her so it doesn't go well. Angry Goblins.
And she wears just is like jeans, or is there?
They're gray sweatpants. Okay. Her character is real simple. Like Eli, the image that you started off with, that Eli did. That was her. We made this little. It was a stretch goal when we did that issue with the Shadowhunters, where in that issue we basically said, "Hey, if we reach this many backers, I'll add 4 pages," and then the 4 pages ended up being Cera trying to hit on Raina in the comic book and messaging her over her computer and stuff. So Eli drew their date, which was Cera going out with Raina to get smoothies.
Oh, nice.
So it was lots of fun. And in this book, she's kind of along for the ride, dealing with all the stuff with the goblins. See, she's right there in the back. While the rest of the guys are basically getting ready to have a whole bunch of party time fun. Let's see. Should be some more Cera stuff in here. There we go. It's a shot with her hoodie up, arguing with Brain some more. And then the Goblin Queen kind of possessing.
I just saw something about her outfit that I didn't know.
Oh, what's that?
Her cuffs are. They have like a. What's like a texture material?
Yep.
So get that in there.
It's a simple design, but I made it to be kind of like fun, and the character. It's really weird. The character is really outspoken and is always in the center part of the story, but they don't like being the center of the story. It's really weird.
So how'd that work out? Is it just as you were?
That's just how my sister is. And so I just made the character based on her.
I gotcha.
Let's see here. So that is a bunch of the new art from this issue. See if I have. Those are all pages.
I was gonna put her hand up in the air, but I'm not liking that. I'm gonna put it on the side. Yeah, better. All right, I'm just about ready to start inking. I'm gonna make her power look kind of like electricity. I think with some.
Whatever works for you, bud. I love it when I get to see other people's take on the stuff I design.
Well, you know, actually, I actually probably out of all the characters in your comic, this will probably be a little bit easier because don't they all have like guns?
Yeah, except her.
I'm horrible at drawing guns, so I'm like
just practice.
Oh, I know. Oh. I just didn't want to practice on a live stream.
Yeah, that does take a bit of courage.
Like I just drew a cover. Whoa, you stop sharing. I just did a cover for another company and had to draw 2 big guns pointing straight out at everybody. And it took a little bit, but, you know, if you have the time to get it right, this is in a live stream. I don't want to, like, watch everyone see me erase and then start again. And even though I end up doing that quite a bit anyway, but all right, so let's see.
It's all part of the process, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I think we're going to go ahead and start inking this one.
I like how you draw knees.
Huh?
I like how you draw your knees.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thanks. joint. All right, what should we do around? We'll figure that out in a minute.
Let's make this.
Oh, you know what? Oh my god.
Higher density. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, Cera was a character. She wasn't even supposed to be in the book ever, and now this next story revolves like almost entirely around her. And the whole time I've been trying to do work on Damage, her character's like popped up in my head and kind of like demanded attention. It's kind of weird.
I was going to ask you, so how did she end up in the book if she was never supposed to be in? Is there a backstory to that, or?
Well, yeah, it's like every little sister. She shows up and demands attention.
Oh, gotcha.
As far as backstory for being in the comic, it was just when I was drawing the very first issue, I was using all the different stories from a lot of our role-playing game years when my friends were, coming wherever I was and playing Damage or D&D or whatever one we were trying to go crazy about at the time. And so I have like years and years worth of stories. I don't ever think I could actually run out of Damaging stories. I'm not sure if it's even possible.
Oh, that's cool.
It is cool. But parts of the stories, sometimes I'll get to a spot where I'm like, oh crap, I wrote myself into like a hole. And I was thinking about this thing where they were trying to find a target, and I realized that nobody in Damage had like the ability to like track people supernaturally or anything like that. And I kind of wrote myself into a part of the story where that had to happen. And the character that was doing it before, his name is Cole. His character destroys this other character and feels so guilty he like leaves, which is a part of like the canon of the group. So I was thinking about the fact that this character based on my sister does like this weird empath thing, and I figured that'd be perfect to use her to track something. So they asked her for help to track, and then she ends up not only just helping track but getting involved in the fight and saving them from a kinetic ghost entity made of graveyard material, because she drained its ability to be motivated because nothing else that the group was doing was working. They were just trying to shoot it and blow it up, and everything was basically just failing. Explosions, everything was just not working. And after I did that, the character just kind of like demanded head time every time I was trying to sit down and write a story. It just felt like the character needed to be in there. It's like in that crossover, the reason why she was there is, Shadowhunters run a music club. They played different stuff there, and a band she wanted to see was playing at the club when the Damage shows up to cause them trouble. And so she was just there to see the band, and then it turned into like something else.
Yeah, that was a really cool story that you came up with.
I loved that thing. I was really happy with it.
I hope you release it again.
I'm going to try to actually reprint it off of this Kickstarter.
Oh, cool. Okay, I just lost James. Oh, there he is. He's back. I lost you.
Oh, I didn't feel lost.
Let me get your share screen up.
Already are.
And what are we looking at here?
That was, let's see, I'll go back over to it. This is one of those pages from that book. This is where she's wanting to like go and see that band. Why? What the hell happened to the page?
Gosh, my camera. I gotta mount it or something.
There it is.
Keep almost losing it. Do you want me to show your share screen, or do you want me to show your face?
Hang on, I'm switching it over to where I'm drawing.
Oh yeah, that works too.
And then you can show that. Here we go.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so the character is just, she was meant to be like a side character and show up just once. And now she's one of the main characters that becomes a part of the story.
That's cool. I like it when our comics, they kind of write themselves.
Same here. It's always fun to have feel like you're getting to know the character when you're doing the book. Lisa, this from me. Which characters do that to you when you're doing them of yours?
Do they write themselves?
Yeah.
Pretty much all of them. I come up with like a little bit of a scenario in my head, and then I just start writing the scenario, and then I let the comic just unfold for me. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, I know they have to go from A to B to C, but all the details in between just kind of just leap off for it. You know, now once you have your characters established, you know how they're going to react. Like if you threw, let's say, one of your Damage Inc. guys, and you threw him into a Taco Bell, you know exactly what the first thing he would do when he walks in. You know?
Order.
Yeah, but I mean, you could hear his words in your head, I'm sure. Like,
yeah, but I can't repeat what most of them would say when they're going to Taco Bell.
I know it. But that's kind of how it is a lot of times with pretty much most of my books.
And Sarah's also the one that doesn't wear gloves. No fingerless gloves.
Oh, good, because I didn't draw them on her. It's perfect.
You know what? With that look of concentration she has, I think I'm going to change it. I think I'm going to give her a grimace.
I need to examine your Damage Inc. patch.
Oh, dude, I cheat with that thing. Watch. Images that you're going to want to reproduce all the time if you work digitally.
Yeah, some of us don't work digitally.
Yeah, I get that. And honestly, I probably wouldn't be working digitally except I didn't have a choice. It was either I figure out how to work digitally or I don't have like a place to do the work. So
I can't. I mean, like I was telling Benny when I started working for his animation studio, and with him, they did everything digital, so I had to learn how to do it all digital. So I can do it. And sometimes I do, but for the most part, I always just. I don't think I can do as much.
Well, it is a different set of skills.
Yeah, and I'm sure if I did it, the more I did it, the better I would get at it. But
exactly, that's the way it was for me too. I didn't just walk out and just like, oh, I'm digital now, I'm done, dude. It took like a year for my digital chops to like even start working right, because it is just a different way of getting stuff done, and it doesn't produce exactly the same effects that you want all the time either. Like when I'm inking something, oh, dude, dumbass, pay attention to what I'm doing. When I'm inking something digitally, I have the ability to like change things and change the sizes and work out other ways of getting what I wanted. So that's one of the things I like the most, is like being able to change my perspective.
I do like the undo button visually.
The undo button is nice.
Sorry, chat. Hold on. Keith Carmona said, really good, fun story. And he also said, odd that I stumbled into keeping Cera off screen when I wrote the Scattered Chaos crossover.
Yeah, he got to do the crossover, and we wrote in the stuff where Cera's like trying to check on everybody and freaking out because she doesn't know where they are and stuff like that. I'm sure he had a bunch of challenges with it, especially if you talk to Kira. I'm sure she had lots of stuff to say.
So, do you know when is the Scattered Chaos coming out?
I'm not sure. I know Keith's made a lot of progress. I think he's waiting on some stuff from Eli, but Eli is working on it. Okay. He's finally like getting stuff done. Just because he's got lots of different projects going on at the same time. So it's both a good thing and a challenge sometimes when you got somebody who's that busy.
Oh yeah.
I know Evan made that amazing cover, which I think is freaking awesome, especially because one of my characters is like a third of the cover. I might be biased.
No, I remember sending it to Diego for colors on that one, and did I bug you about getting the characters colors, or was I bugging someone else about that?
I think I may have had to. Yeah, I think I was one of the ones that had to help with that.
Thanks for doing that, by the way. But yeah, I remember getting him all.
Oh, there we go.
You have a lot of characters.
Yeah, it's a group book, so it's gonna have like that X-Men-y feeling where it's got more than one thing going on. I think that was probably the hardest thing to learn how to even treat with respect, is in the scope of doing that. I'd never tried a team book before I started to draw damage. Whenever you're making small stuff up when you're younger, you don't even think about doing stuff like that. It's always a little simpler. It's like your version of Batman or something along those lines. But I had to kind of like learn a little bit more about that, because it was difficult to do group stuff at all. Now it feels way more second nature after there's been enough practice. But I never thought that was going to be a difficulty thing. You got to make sure all your characters have screen time. You have to like write the dialogue a certain way to keep the people's aware of their names, and there's all kinds of little stuff I didn't think about when I started it.
Wow, I never even thought of that stuff. That's true.
Yep. Like, because who says the other person's name? Like, I don't just call you and say, "Hey, Jason." I mean, I might say, "Hey, Jason" at the beginning of the conversation, but not like every fourth word balloon.
I'm sure Keith, who's in the chat right now, who said, "Oh yeah, it's pretty epic cover." He probably has a lot of because he's a writer. I'm sure he has.
He knows those rules better than me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I bet he has a whole lot. He probably has a video on this. He was doing a series of videos for writing comic books.
He did. They're actually pretty helpful. I watched every one of them.
Oh, look at that, Keith.
Oh, crud. No. What I miss? Oh, that's what I missed.
All right. So now I gotta look for your Damage Inc. Logo.
You want me to put it up on my screen?
Yeah, just for if you can do it for a second, then I'll knock it out real quick.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay. That's right. It's a lot like the Shadowhunters logo.
Yep. Which neither of us noticed for like 3 years.
I know.
Both of us read too many issues of Punisher when we were a kid.
Well, my Benny Jordan actually is the one that designed it. So I should ask him. Like, maybe it was a Punisher thing.
Yeah, mine's like a combination between like Hell's Angels and the Punisher, stuff like that.
But yours is more of a human skull.
If a human has 3 gigantic block teeth.
Yeah, it's like the skull I do with Panda Days. But he drew like the skull. All right, I'm good.
Groovy.
All right. So, since we don't see her back, I gave her a patch on her shoulder.
That works.
See the logo.
Don't like what I just did. I'm still trying to like learn how to use watercolors in this program. Sometimes it goes really well. Sometimes not so much.
Keith Carmona says, "Why, yes, I do have a video series on writing comics. You can find it here."
Yes.
Nice. He was quick on that.
As he should be. More people should take a listen to Keith. Keith has been a teacher here in Sacramento for a really long time. I've got to firsthand, as you have, see like how he respects his students, how he works with his students, and just the entire thing about how he does stuff as a teacher, all of that really well. I have a lot of respect for the work that Keith did. I'm very sad that he's kind of moving on and retiring, and yet I'm also happy for him because, he deserves that rest. But I have a lot of respect for what teachers do because there are teachers that have been a positive influence in my life, and Keith showed a lot of how he does that same thing with his students, and it's awesome.
Yeah,
I don't think he gets enough praise for it. I don't think any teacher gets enough praise for it, let alone the good ones. And he's definitely one of the good ones.
Where are we at? I'm gonna take a quick water break here. Look at the chat, see what's going on. All right. All right. Yes, Keith does have his video series. Link dropped in. How about a little bit of music? Oh, here. Keith has got a message for you, James.
Keith has a message?
He said, "Oh man, that made my weekend."
I hope it did. He deserves it. It's all of us outsiders and all of us freaking weird kids that didn't know how to say thank you to the teachers that made it feel like we were meant to be there where we were. Do. So do you always draw with music going, dude?
Usually, here, let me turn off.
No, you don't got to turn it off. I don't mind it.
Usually, that's the most main way I can draw and get things done. Like, I got like a deadline going on. I'm rocking. I put on I just start blasting those old '80s mixes and
Final countdown.
Gets it done, you know. Alberto 311 is in the house.
Alberto, how are you
Hello,
feeling?
beautiful people. What's up, Alberto? How are you doing, brother man? Alberto, another awesome artist and comic book creator.
Very supportive dude.
He's amazing. He's a great guy, too. We're just drawing, Alberto. You want to jump in?
Heck yeah.
Alberto says, I put my EDM as my music of choice.
I actually used to draw, like, do you remember back when every Friday night Coit would do that, like, club music until, like, 3 in the morning in Sacramento?
No, but that sounds amazing.
It was for as long as it lasted. But I would draw to, like, EDM style house music until, like, 3 in the morning when my parents noticed I was still awake and then get yelled at.
Alberta's still in the scattered chat, right? On Facebook? Alberta, we dropped the link in the Facebook scattered chat if you want to jump in. You don't have to. We're just drawing. We're drawing Cera from Damage Inc.
Light.
I'm watching my granddaughter right now. I'm lucky she's letting me watch you guys. Okay, hear you, brother. I hear you. No problem.
He's taking the moment he can get.
Yeah.
Dude, I have to draw so loose to be able to keep up with your pace whenever I do this with you.
What?
Because, like, you get your stuff done so quick whenever we're doing this on Fridays or whatever, which is awesome and fun. But to keep up with you, I have to, like, constantly do this, like, as loose as I can. Like, usually I'm, like, really tight with what my layers say and all that stuff so that I can keep track of it and make sure that I'm inking a certain way.
Yeah. I have to do the same I have to do the same too when I work digitally. It's because you have all that stuff there, you might as well, use it.
Yep.
It will come in handy if you need it. For sure. But it also it's like extra steps.
That's true. Natural. Oh, that's weird.
Oh.
That didn't do what it was supposed to do.
Come on. Why is this keep moving?
and knocks on the knees just to find the loudest tears. So nobody fire, no, we couldn't hire, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, just laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my falling. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up, the world is waiting, half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store.
Hi, I'm very drunk. Oh,
What?
So I got an ad.
I wanna take it all.
Ads always pop up at the most interesting times.
I know it. All right, we're just about. Where are we at on time? 4:53. So we still got
Couple minutes.
7 minutes. I'm gonna try to finish this real quick for you. I think I can do it. Then I will send this over to you. You can do whatever you want with it.
That is awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, I figured this is a good way for us to spotlight all our different campaigns and our books, and a way for us to hang out. And also, I think it's kind of a cool way because, you know, a lot of times we can't afford to always have the time to do extra artwork just for stretch goals or hire someone to do it. So this way, it's a way that we can all give each other some extra art to do stretch goals with, if that's something you want to do.
I think it's something we should always do for each other. All it does is just add to the campaign.
Yeah.
Add to the lore, add to the, all the pieces of it. And like I said, dude, I love seeing somebody else's take on characters as well as like doing my take on theirs. Like the other day when I got to do Night Owl, I didn't think it was going to turn out as much fun as it did.
That was your Night Owl came out awesome.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like
different than what I've seen before of Night Owl, and I've been drawing Night Owl forever, and so it was pretty cool to see a completely different take on different styles.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, we're just gonna kind of cheat here. Just put that in there like that. Put a little squishy there. Keith Carmona says your Nightmare came out awesome.
Yeah, that was another one that was a lot of fun. Talking to Keith about the Dr. Dream books, that picture just ended up, and it's one of the few times I had an idea in my head and then tried to somehow make it happen. Usually I start with a more open idea and let it just take me where it wants to go. But with that one, I just wanted this like nightmarish dream pop up in my head while I was talking to him about it.
Yeah, inspiration for that one, huh?
Yep.
That's awesome.
It is.
Yeah, that came out cool. Again, you can find that cover along with other ones on Keith Carmona's Dr. Dream campaign going on right now. Link should be in the description.
Yeah, at the very moment, anybody who doesn't take the time to check out the work that Keith's doing is actually missing out on something kind of unique and really well done. Like he definitely I can't emphasize enough how much he stepped his game up on the last few books of the series. This goes way down here. No, not that far. There we go.
All right. I think we are done. Let's see if there's any fills. Okay, let's see here. Let's do the let's do a 5-minute warning, and that way you can plug some stuff.
Let's plug some stuff. Okay. Let's start with Damage Inc. Damage Inc. is popping off of its second issue of Volume 2 in the beginning of the War of the Lost Daughters, which is going to be a multi-part series. That multi-part series is going to be all about basically Cera going to war to deal with some things from a very long time ago in her past. She's decided that she's had enough of it. It was basically just going to wreck everything and enjoy doing it. And it starts off with that, just basically the beginning part of her life where she's trying to understand it. Oops, I'm doing this wrong. Getting caught up into a lot of different things by the Goblin Queen, who is manipulating her into the fight. Now, you can find more information about that really shortly. We will be having some links for it very soon. Kickstarter, we're going to be beginning in the 7th of February and going all through the month of February to try to get that Kickstarter raised. Looking to get about $2,000 for making a whole lot of issues so that we can be bringing them out to the cons later on during this year. More information will be out that on angrybrainartworks.com. You can also find me on James Burton II on Instagram. And just look up the words James Burton and comic in Facebook, and I'm found on both places.
All right, awesome. And James, if you can shoot me some of those links in a direct message later, I'll be sure that it's in all the descriptions. I upload this video to other platforms later on, so I'll make sure I have everything updated and make sure we're giving you all the right links and plugs. All right, you guys. You can find my artwork down. All the links are in the description. That's, we do have Scattered Comic Books does have 3 campaigns going on right now. Links in the description below. We have Dr. Dream number 5 by Keith Carmona. We have Night Owl 2-in-1. Links in the description by Ben Tinsley and Jake Tinsley. And we also have and I did the artwork for Night Owl, so check it out. And we also have Shadowhunters number 5 campaign going on over at Fun Fund My Comic, I believe. Links in the description. Check them out. Check out all the websites. Go to scatteredcomics.com to check out all the great creators, what they've got going on over there, because there's some amazing talents over there, and we've got links for everybody. So you guys have a great rest of your Friday. Stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. We will see you guys on Tuesday for some animation processing with me and Benny. For now, this is Jason Dube and James Burton saying good night. Peace.
Adios.
And make sure to check out the Patreon.
Just want to thank everybody for watching it all the way to this point. If you can, like, share, subscribe, comment below. All right, guys, have a good one.